sexually explicit story in which the frequency and attitudes of fornication of the poor and rich are, it would seem, the central point. Moved to embrace said student. That I used the phrase, the white man's burden. That I told you how I'd asked you to my room because I, quote, like you. He said he liked me, that he liked being with me. He'd let me write my examination paper over if I could come back oftener to see him in his office. It's ludicrous, don't you know that? It's not necessary. It's going to humiliate you, and it's going to cost me my house.
It's ludicrous.
He told me he had problems with his wife and that he wanted to take off the artificial stricture of teacher and student. He put his arms around me.
Do you deny it? Can you deny it? Don't you see? You don't see, do you?
I don't see.
You think that you can deny that these things happened, or if they did, that they meant what you said they meant. Don't you see? You drag me in here. You drag us to listen to you go on and go on about this or that, or we don't express ourselves very well. We don't say what we mean, don't we? Don't we? We do say what we mean, and you say, I don't understand you, then you...
Consult the report?
That's right.
You see? Do you see what I'm saying? Can't you tell me in your own words?
Those are my own words.
He told me that if I would stay alone with him in his office, he would change my grade to an A. What have I done to you? Oh, my God. Are you so hurt?
What I feel is irrelevant.
Do you know that I tried to help you?
What I know I have reported.
I would like to help you now. I would, before this escalates.
You see, I don't think that I need your help. I don't think I need anything you have.
I feel...
I don't care what you feel. Do you see? You can't do that anymore. You do not have the power. Did you misuse it? Someone did. Are you part of that group? Yes, yes, you are. You've done these things. And to say, excuse me, and to say, oh, let me help you with your problem.
Yes, I understand. I understand. You're hurt. You're angry. I think your anger is betraying you down a path which helps no one.
I don't care what you think.
You don't? But you talk of rights. Don't you see? I have rights, too. I have a house, part of the real world, and the tenure committee. Good men and true.
Professor.
Please, also part of that world. You understand? This is my life. I'm not a boogeyman. I don't stand for something.
Professor, I came here as a favor. At your personal request. Perhaps I should not have done so, but I did. On my behalf and on behalf of my group. And you speak of the tenure committee, one of whose members is a woman, as you know, and though you might call it good fun, or an historical phrase, or an oversight, or all of the above, to refer to the committee as good men and true, it is a demeaning remark. It is a sexist remark. And to overlook it is to countenance continuation of that method of thought. It's a remark...
Oh, come on! Come on! Sufficient to deprive a family
Sufficient? Sufficient, yes, it is a fact. And that story, which I quote, is vile and classist and manipulative and pornographic.
It's pornographic?
What gives you the right, yes, to speak to a woman in your private... Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you feel yourself empowered. You say so yourself, to strut, to posture, to perform. You say that higher education is a joke and treat it as such. You treat it as such and confess to a taste to play the patriarch in your class, to grant this, to deny that, to embrace your students.
How can you assert? How can you stand there and say that
How can you deny it? You did it to me here. You did. You confess. You love the power to deviate, to invent, to transgress whatever norms have been established for us. And you think it's charming to question in yourself this taste to mock and destroy. But to the aspirations of your students, of hard-working students who come here, who slave to come here, you have no idea what it cost me to come to this school. You mock us. You call education hazing. And from your so protected, so elitist seat, you hold our confusion as a joke. And our hopes and efforts with it. Then you sit there and say, what have I done? And ask me to understand that you have aspirations too. But I tell you that you are vile. And that you are exploitative. And if you possess 1 ounce of that inner honesty you describe in your book, you can look in yourself and see those things that I see. And you can find revulsion equal to my own. Good day.
Wait a second, will you? Just one moment. Nice day today.
What?
You said good day. I think that it is a nice day today.
Is it?
Yes, I think that it is.
And why is that important?
Because it's the essence of all human communication. I say something conventional, you respond, and the information we exchange is not about the weather, but that we agree to converse. In effect, we agree that we are both human. I am not an exploiter, and you are not deranged, what, revolutionary? That we may have positions and that we may have desires which are in conflict, but that we're just human. That means sometimes we're imperfect. Often we're in conflict. Much of what we do, you're right, in the name of principles is self-serving. Much of what we do is conventional. You're right. You said you came into the class to learn about education. Well, I don't know that I can teach you about education, but I know I can tell you what I think about education, and then you decide. And you don't have to fight with me. I'm not the subject. And where I am wrong, perhaps it's not your job to fix me. I know I don't want to fix you. I would like to tell you what I think, because that is my job. Conventional though it is, and flawed as I may be. And then, if you can show me some better form, then we can proceed from there. But just like, nice day, isn't it? I don't think we can proceed until we accept that each of us is human. And we can still have difficulties. We will have them. That's all right, too. Now...
Wait.
Yes, I want to hear it. Yes, tell me frankly.
My position.
I want to hear it. In your own words, what you want, what you feel.
My group.
Your group?
The people I've been talking to,
There's no shame in that. Everybody needs advisors. Everybody needs to expose themselves to various points of view. It's not wrong. It's essential. Good. Good. Now, you and I. You and I. Hello? No. I know they do. I know she does. Tell her that Can I call you back? No, then tell her that I think it's going to be fine. Tell her just hold on, and Can I get back to you? Well, no. We're taking the house. No. It's not a question of refunding the deposit. Yes, I know the committee is about to meet. Well, I'm dealing with the complaint. Yes, right now, which is why I... Call Jerry, and I can't talk now. Fine. Goodbye. I'm sorry that we were interrupted.
One moment.
I was saying...
You said that we should agree to talk about my complaint.
That's correct.
But we are talking about it.
Well, that's correct, too. You see, this is the gist of education.
No, I mean, we're talking about it at the tenure committee hearing.
Yes, but I'm saying we can talk about it now, as easily as
No, I think that we should stick to the process.
Wait a minute.
The conventional process, as you said. And you're right. I'm sorry if I was If I was discourteous to you, you're right.
Wait a moment.
I really should...
Now, look, granted.